All right, what is good, class? This is what, lesson 3, because yesterday we didn't have class. Today things start getting weird. And we've still yet to do my favorite method. Not cool. So, let's get to it. 9.3. And this will be split into 2 videos because you're doing 2 lessons today. However, I'm going to make them 2 separate videos. I'm just going to call them word problems. With 2 variables. So, jeez. In the book actually does a good job with the first example. So, random dude has 15 coins, and all his coins are dimes and quarters. And their total worth is $2.55. They want to know how many dimes and quarters does he have, how many of each specifically. So, as I said, the book does a good job of showing it. How did we solve this before we learned systems of equations? Before, we would have dimes, quarters, and we would have number of dimes, number of quarters, the value that coin has, and then the total worth. So, did we know how many dimes we had? No. But if we have 15 coins, that means we have to have 15 minus however many dimes I had. So if I had 5 dimes, I have 10 quarters. If I have 10 dimes, I have 5 quarters, for a total of 15 coins. A dime is worth 10 cents. A quarter is worth 25 cents. So the total worth, if I had 5 dimes, right, I would have 50 cents. So number times value. So I have 10x worth here, and then 25 times 15 minus x value here. If you distribute that, 25 times 15, you'll get 375 minus 25x. So in total, my dimes value or worth plus quarters worth needs to equal $2.55. However, we just did total cents. We didn't do 0.10. So 255 cents. So my dimes plus my quarters should equal 255. Combine like terms, 10x minus 25x minus 15x, and then subtract 375. Gives you 120 in the negative. Divide by negative 15, and you get 8. Now, we are not done yet. Please do not stop here. We're almost done. However, they want to know how many did we have. So, number of dimes, we had 8 dimes. And then 15 minus 8 is 7 quarters. And if you check 8 dimes, that's 80 cents. 7 quarters, that's what, like 150? Bad math. Not 150. 175. And if you add that together, you get 255 cents. So it checks out. Your answer, though, 8 dimes, 7 quarters. Not too bad. That's how we did it before. If you asked your parents for help, they're probably like, why are you doing one variable? You should have a variable for dimes and a variable for quarters. And hopefully after this, that's how you'll want to solve them. I think it's a much nicer way. You might take some time to kind of get into it. But, so with that same problem of 15 coins, they're dimes and quarters, and they're worth $2.55. Okay. We're going to do a different type of table. Slightly different. Not by much, though. So, I'm going to have dimes, quarters. Spelling is hard. And we're going to have the same thing, however. Number, value, and then total worth. So, we don't know how many dimes I have. Gets its own variable. Don't know how many quarters I have. Gets its own variable. We know a dime is worth 10 cents. We know a quarter is worth 25 cents, total worth. 10D, quarters, 25, Q. So, this is where things get a little bit tricky, right? We've been doing everything so far with 2 equations this chapter. We're going to continue that trend. So, this 15 coins is the first key piece of information that we have. So my number of dimes plus my number of quarters has to equal 15 total coins. That is my equation 1. Y'all are probably thinking this is not easier than the other way, which might be right for now, but later on this will be a much better way. And then our final second equation for this one is they're worth $2.55. That is a worth statement, how much it is worth. So my worth, my 10 dimes plus 25 quarter equals 255 cents. That is my equation 2. Now I'm a little bit bummed that they haven't taught us elimination yet. So basically we could graph it, not going to graph it, or we could do substitution. We're going to use substitution. So from the last section where we learned substitution, right, we need to solve for one variable first. I'm going to solve equation 1 for the variable of D. So I'm going to move Q over. So D equals 15 minus Q. All right. We're going to plug that in to equation 2. So I'm going to have 10D, but D is 15 minus Q now, plus 25Q is 255. Distribute 150 minus 10Q plus 25Q is 255. Minus 10Q plus 25Q is 15Q. I've been terrible at mental math today, so 255 minus 150 is what? 105? Is that good math? Nope. Is it? Wow, this calculator, since I left it out in the rain, is not bueno. Yeah, 105. Is 105. Divide by 15. Get Q is 7. Hey, that's the same thing we got earlier. Just make sure that you're not done yet. So, Q is 7. Quarters is 7. Now look at equation 1. You can plug it into either one. Equation 1 is the easier one to plug it into. If you look at equation 1, dimes plus quarters equals 15. That means if I subtract 7, I'll get dimes is 8. So your final answer, 7 quarters, 8 dimes. Just like before, just solved it a different way with 2 variables. You guys are also, again, probably thinking this was a much harder way, which I probably tend to agree with on this one. However, moving on, this will be a much better way than you did before. And your parents will be able to help you this way, because they much prefer this way as well. So, that's that. I'm going to go through just setting up one equation, and then I'm going to do one example, which might take me a while, where you have 3 equations. So I'm going to walk you through one more, and the other one should be all right for you. So if you look at the next example, it says Anne and Betty have $60 basically combined. So she might have 20 and she has 40, a total of $60. Anne has $9 more than, it's a classic one, twice Betty's amount. How much each of them got? How much they each got? I'm sure that's proper grammar. Alright, how much do they each have? Take these out because it's kind of blocking. How much do they each have? So, a couple things. Anne and Betty have $60. That means Anne, A, plus Betty equals $60. Cool. Equation 1. Done. Next equation. Anne has 9 more than twice Betty. Anne has. Has is your keyword for equals. Anne has 9 more than twice Betty. 9 more means you're going to have something plus 9. 9, not an A. 9 more than twice Betty. Well, twice Betty. That's your equation 2. I'm going to leave it up to you to solve this one. It's in your book if you're in my class. If you want to know the answer will be, G. Anne will have $43, and Betty will have $17. They combine to be $60. But y'all can figure that out. What I really want to do is spend time on 3 variables. So hopefully I can do this in one edit and not have to do this a bajillion times. Alright, let's see. Oh, not cool. Not cool at all. Oh. Alright, I'll do the odd even one. Poop. Alright, in our book, this is 22. It says Carl, Diane, and Ed together have $46. Carl has half as much as Diane. And my boy Ed has $2 less than Diane. How much they got? How much each got? I'm probably going to need more than one piece of paper for this one, though. Oh, well. Alright, let's see what we got. Carl, Diane, and Ed have $46. Okay. Carl, Diane, and Ed have $46. Equation 1. Okay. Carl has half as much as Diane. Carl has half as much as Diane. Equation 2. Let's see if this one works. And Ed has $2 less than Diane. Ed, $2 less, okay, than Diane. That means Diane minus 2. Equation 3. Cool. If you see me looking over here, it's because I got the view of what this is. I need to make sure it's in focus. All right, 3 equations. How do? It's a good question. So, let's see. We got E and D, got C and D, C, D, and E. How do? So, do you see? I have E and D here. If I plugged this into that, I would only have D and E. That is what we want. So, I'm going to plug 2 into 1. So, I'm going to have 1/2 D plus D plus E equals 46. This is 2 over 2. 1 plus that is 1/2, which is 3/2. 3/2 D plus E is 46. Okay. And I'm going to copy down equation 3. E equals D minus 2. Do you see if I plugged in this for E, that would only have D. So I'm going to plug that in. So I'm going to have 3 over 2D plus, not E, but D minus 2. Minus 2 equals 46. All right. 1/2 plus 1 is 2/2, which is 5/2. D minus 2 is 46. Add over 2. So 5/2 D is 48. You could either cross multiply if you wanted to, but I'm going to multiply by the reciprocal of 5/2, which is 2/5. Multiply by 2/5 cancels. D is going to be 48 times 5 over, made a boo-boo, This isn't 5 over 2, I just said it was 2 over 5. 2 over 5. 48 times 2 over 5 is 19.2. That's better. Diane has $19.20. I'm going to move this up just a little bit. So, if Diane has $19.20, if you look at equation 3, that means Ed has 1920 minus 2. That means Ed has 1720. Now we're rolling. That means the last thing we need to do is plug it into the top equation. So C, Carl, we don't know Carl yet, plus Diane, 1920, plus Ed, 1720, equals $46. These two together, 1920 plus 1720, is $36.40. I need to subtract this over, and I will get what Carl has. Carl has $9.60. So I don't want to run out of space. So Diane has $19.20, Ed has $17.20, and Carl has $9.60. Write out your answer with the dollar sign in the space that you guys have. But that's how you do 3 equations. It actually wasn't that bad. So when you do number 21, that has 3 equations. Look for something like this, and it might take a few tries. This video's already been long enough, so good luck out there, guys.